it out here on 3rd and 4. Garoppolo now. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Here we go. 180.
Check 55 to Mike. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Say.
On first down, here's Breida. And some room to roam now. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for the Niners. 56 yards on the ground.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
I got you.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. But now it's 3rd and goal. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
At their own 25-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. He'll dump this one off to Connor. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Here's Connor. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 41. On 1st and 10 is Conner. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. James Conner, the running back, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Now Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack. Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
I got you.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Deep ball for Goodwin. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And it's fielded at the 34. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
First and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Black 20.
3-0 after one on EA Sports.
Niners 3, Steelers nothing.
Blue 30. Coming this way. Here we go. Alert. Block it.
Shotgun handoff to Samuels. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. But it's brought in by Washington. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The end result, 21 yards.
All right, now, Black 80.
Come on. Double time. Hey, 4 down.
22, 44.
Now a toss. This is Connor. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Black 5.
Mike 54. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On second down, it's Connor, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Here's Roethlisberger, and he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They come out here in the eye. They'll look to run with Connor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Steelers have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. No gain on the screen there, and second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Garoppolo gives to Breida, and he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, we got 3 down.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line.
Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin.
At the 44-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Roethlisberger. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now Roethlisberger on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Ben to throw again. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant, watch the slant.
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. He'll get that one complete to Conner. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Got an open man, it's Washington. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This fielded at the 2. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that.
Jack 16.
Looking to throw again on second down. Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. 951.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. And it's hauled in by Nick Vannett. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. Roethlisberger now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Connor on the toss play. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Like 80!
Now on 2nd and 13. Roethlisberger into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. first possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
No gain on the play there, second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
It's our time. It's our time.
Looking to throw on second down. Garoppolo. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Cameron Hayward able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a third and long.
Check girls, check girls, check girls.
Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Cameron Hayward bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Conner on first down going nowhere as he's going to be stacked up behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Double dog, that's the way.
Now it's Roethlisberger. That's complete to his running back, Conner. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Set! Black 20!
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Check the out, check the out, check the out. Yeah,
Sunday!
Mike's 54. Mike's
Black 20!
They'll try and run for it with Conner. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
50! Check Mike 58. Orbit!
got one.
Here we go on 4th down with Roethlisberger. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Here we go. Wait, 80!
Hey, man.
Lock!
Watch out. Pick the edge. Come.
This is Breida. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Wait, 80!
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Kyle,
Now it's Breida. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Check.
Here's Breida. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the 1st down. Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, gun. Go, 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 go.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5.
Robbie Gould on for the field goal. A 32-yard attempt.
The kick by Gould is good, and that'll bring them back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 30. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 59 yards.
And the Steelers first down.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
17-yard line.
Like 80. Check back 54. Right 54. Small boy. Small boy. You better be ready.
On 2nd and 12, Roethlisberger. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. From 17 yards out. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
Boswell for the extra point. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6.
Makes the score Steelers 17, 49ers 6. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
When you can count on one hand the number of completions you've had in a game and we're in the second half, that tells you it's really not been your day.
Yeah, but you're losing. You can't just abandon the passing game altogether.
Yeah, maybe you can get hot, string a few together, and get rolling.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10.
I got this.
You got Oshie-Man. You got Oshie-Man right there.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
Garoppolo again. Man open, it's Goodwin. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards there, a first down.
Let's go, defense. Out of time. It's out of time.
49ers first down. First and 10.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. That's complete to his speedy wideout, Goodwin. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Garoppolo to Goodwin there for a 49er first. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Devin Bush coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. There's certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, All that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 34-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On the run is Conner, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Roethlisberger will hand to Conner, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Oh, Roethlisberger going to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. The 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, 60 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Garoppolo on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyson Alualu in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Steven Nelson, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Here we go.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger going to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Conner. It'll be a gain of 6, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. He's going to let it fly, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick, and that will write a finish to this ball game. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this one wasn't easy. You had an East Coast team, Charles, going west, playing a night game, but somehow they were able to get the job done.
Yeah, when you talk about playing a night game, they're closer to being sleepy because of East Coast time with their bodies when you're kicking off to play the game. So that's a real big accomplishment for them to get that done. The flip side, too, is traveling home. In the old days, you had to wait to get the video for your next game. You had all those. So you were really a day behind. Now the video's on their computers as they get on the plane to head back, so they can get a lot of work done on the plane while they celebrate.
It's going to be a long red eye, but as you said, a celebratory red eye back home. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Silicon Valley. The NFL on EA Sports is in the Steel City at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Miami Dolphins. Here we go from Heinz Field as Chris Boswell tees it up and boots it away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. On play action, Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Now Fitzpatrick. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. Fitzpatrick now to throw on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So back at the midfield stripe now, they'll come up 2nd and long. Fitzpatrick now from the 50. And he fires one that's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. There he goes left side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early. to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake here, Fitzpatrick. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. This is taken at the 18. So a change of possession here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Shoot.
Now Hodges on 1st down. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Back and go full strength. Hit it.
Throwing now, Hodges on 1st down. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. First carry for James Conner. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Now this pass to Vance McDonald complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, that's the 2nd time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll try to run it. This is Conner. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
From back at the 2, here's 3rd and goal.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Get it.
3rd and goal. Hodges. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point now by Boswell. And it's good to make it 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Gonna give this time to the tailback. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain that time, but it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They're indeed going. It's Fitzpatrick. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. And predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And that will force a turnover on downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Hodges. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 21-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On 2nd down now. Laird, and the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. Here's Fitzpatrick. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. Third and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack.
You ain't got nothing.
On fourth down, they snap it to Fitzpatrick. And it is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Down. 10 Lobo.
55, Mike. Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
Now.
On first and 10, it's Hodges. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
Hey, Wahoo, on the ball.
52. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day.
Ready?
Again on second and 10, it's Hodges. And it's caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Have 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Terrell Edmonds comes flying in from safety for the sack.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's second and 18. Fitzpatrick to throw it. It's caught by Clive Walford. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
White 20.
98 for Mike. Bring it.
On first down, Laird. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check tight end, check tight. Check tight.
To throw is Fitzpatrick. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. The Dolphins on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Airing it out for Hearns. He rifles one that's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because a strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
Set, ready? 18 Gator. Shoot.
On first down, here's Hodges. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Here's Hodges looking to throw. Got an open man. It's Washington. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run on first down. Connor. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all. As we will make our way to the 2-minute warning.
Ready, break.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Now it's Hodges, and that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away, and that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Hodges. This is caught. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Boswell for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. To throw, Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
You got nothing today. You got nothing.
Fitzpatrick on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Throwing Fitzpatrick. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 37. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
There you go.
Fitzpatrick now. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Following the interception here, Fitzpatrick. He sets to fire deep. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Give me that ball, defense.
Final play of the half, Fitzpatrick. He's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Got it.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll run here with Conner, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 14.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
I'm coming after you.
3rd and long. It's Hodges. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Raekwon McMillan in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. Returnable here for Davis. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half,
it's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, 62 yards. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. We were just saying off-air during halftime, could they mount a comeback, and how would it start? Well, it started in a hurry.
Yeah, they have to get back into the game, right? So if you're going to do that, you think to yourself, we need points right here on the opening drive. But even in their best game plan, did they expect it to be a one-play drive and put the points on the board? Probably not.
No, probably not, but they got it in a big way. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21.
Makes the score Steelers 34, Dolphins 13.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They start the drive with Conner, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the 28-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the bootleg. Hodges. That's complete to his running back, Conner. 23 yards the pickup there.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Hodges now. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 36. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 36. Hodges. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 36. CD with that incompletion. Let's talk AFC playoff picture. I think you and I agree that if you put together any sort of power rankings, we'd put Baltimore #1, certainly in the AFC. But you look ahead to the playoffs getting started on January 4th. Who do you see as their main competitor for that Lamar Hunt trophy?
Well, tradition and us not wanting to be wrong dictates that we say New England next. And rightly so, because of the number of Lombardi trophies they've won, how they've always played at this time of year. But the bottom line to me is the prime contenders right now for Baltimore, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes has got it together. The defense is playing better. And Buffalo really showed me something when they beat Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh on a Sunday night in Week 15.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. On play action, Fitzpatrick.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Fitzpatrick. And he's got it to Hearns. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Play fake. It's Fitzpatrick. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was Minkah Fitzpatrick that time to break that one up.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Fitzpatrick again. They're able to locate Wilson. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. They're going to try and run. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
Well, they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a 2-point conversion because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he can get to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more 2-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, They need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Man up, D. Man up, D.
They run with Connor. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go, here we go. Got double time. Double time. 4 there. 4 there.
On second down, here's Hodges. That's caught by the 6'8" tight end, Zach Gentry. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 36.
Steelers, first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
55 to Mike. Go.
On first down, it's Connor. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4.
Let's go now. 18 Gator.
Coming to you. Coming to you.
Go.
Hodges here on second down, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
Now.
Now Hodges off the play fake. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
First down, Fitzpatrick. Wilson's got it complete. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight.
Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Here's Hodges looking to throw. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Back to it after the pick 6. Fitzpatrick trying to lay one up deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. And it's 2nd down.
Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fitzpatrick. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. T.J. Watt picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So now after the sack, 3rd and long, and Fitzpatrick and company a little work to do. 3rd and long for Ryan Fitzpatrick. Airing it out for Hearns. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Now Fitzpatrick on 4th down. On the right side open is Gesicki. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Fitzpatrick to throw it. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Javon Hargrave able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. To throw is Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Two 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Fitzpatrick throwing complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami 1st. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game. And
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Well, he's going to go for it all. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. Operating from the gun, Fitzpatrick. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Come on,
the Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Watch the slant. Check safety.
They begin on the ground here with Connor. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations. But a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and it's a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 39.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now it's Hodges. He'll get that one complete to Connor. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Now we'll get whistles, and they signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. That one looks like he'll throw here. Going for it all. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.